The university is different from a community college in several important ways. As a transfer student, you know that many things about attending the university are the same as you experienced at your community college. For example, at both types of schools you'll find classrooms, professors, textbooks, exams, and many other similarities. But there are also some very important differences between PSU and the community college you attended. Being able to recognize these differences, and even more importantly, figuring out some strategies for dealing with them, will be critical to your success as a student.
In this video, successful first-generation transfer students discuss issues related to an important difference between the university and their previous community colleges, as well as sharing some specific strategies for dealing with those issues.
It's difficult to navigate the university and find the resources you need to succeed. One big issue has to do with finding out where needed services are located.
So finding resources on campus is a challenge. I remember the first day I was on campus, my first class, us and a group were talking about an Odin account, and I didn't know what an Odin account was. What is it? It's actually a way to sign in on your computer and access the network. Well, how do you get an Odin account? That was my first question. And where do I get it? And why do I need it? So it was very beneficial to talk to peers and find out exactly how you can access.
It's been really hard finding the different departments here, even the administration desk, because there's so much more departments, it's a lot more bigger. That's actually been the hardest thing for me here. It's hard for me to adjust, and I'm still working on it.
Here are some tips on what to do. Get a home base and use it to find your way around.
You really need to find a home base. You look on the map and choose a building from which you can find any other building on the campus. For me, it was Smith. When I walked in under the silver awning and went straight to information, I said, "What building am I in?" They said Smith, and from there I could find any other building on the campus. Now, when you look at your registration, the buildings will say NH or CH or something like that. So it's always good still to carry around your map just to make sure where you're at. But when you find that home base, you won't go wrong.
I also found it helpful to have a home base. Mine is on the 3rd floor of the library. My lab partners from chemistry and some friends I've made from lecture, we all sit up there and study together and do our homework. And one of the graduate assistants from my chemistry course sits up there too. So if I have a question that my friends and I can't figure out, then I can just ask him.
Connect to other students.
So going back to the Odin account experience and finding resources and talking to peers, it was very helpful that my peer actually took the time out when I'd asked, where do I find the Odin account? Where do I sign up for it? That they actually took the time out of their day to lead me to it, down the stairs, into the Smith Center, and got me in line. It was very helpful, and without my peers, I don't think I would have been this successful.
Find a mentor.
Students First helped me find a lot of things on campus. When I thought that I might be pregnant with my son, I spoke with my mentor and he found me Shack and helped me navigate everything that I needed to use there. Students First was invaluable.
A related issue has to do with finding out what useful resources are actually available.
There needs to be an understanding when you come to Portland State University that there's so many resources and they're all spread out, or you don't know about them until it's too late. Like myself, I didn't hear about the diversity scholarship until I was a graduate student and I couldn't apply for it anymore. So, just understanding that you're going to have to do a little bit of digging to see what Portland State has for you to succeed. Usually that's the case around here.
Some possible strategies are: join student organizations.
Another great thing to do is joining student organizations. I know that as transfer students we may have jobs or other responsibilities, but just to stay connected in this campus, it's good to join these students organizations. I belong to two of them, which is called Las Mujeres, and the other Latino student group, which is Mecha, and it has been invaluable to me. I've had access to scholarships, conferences that I didn't even have to pay for, and even just get connected with jobs, and just getting connected with ethnic peers. It has been actually a great thing for me here at PSU.
Find a mentor.
Without my mentor from Students First, I wouldn't have had a clue. I walked into SHAC and it was really intimidating. You don't know if you're doing the right thing or if you're going to the right place. Knowing somebody who's been here a while is a great help.
Check out specific campus resources yourself.
Another thing to do is also to find resources that you may not know here at campus. It's just going to find out what places offer you. Example, if you see the Women's Resource Center, just go in and ask and introduce yourself. Say, what type of services can students get here? They love talking to you. They keep a log for everybody who visits. They actually get funding because they serve us, and it's your student money going to these services, so might as well use it and inquire about them, because you will never know. You might end up making new connections, new friends, find a better place to study, find a better place to use the computer. So just seek those resources and seek them well.
One important piece of advice that you would give to a new transfer student.
There's one theme that goes through all of these problems, and that's talking with students. You need to connect with your fellow classmates, with graduate students, with anyone that you can. Just make as many friends and you can't go wrong.